Hello, it's Sadie. I wanted to come on and do a Taurus season / eclipse season video. There's a lot here. There's a lot to unpack with this energy right now. I hope everyone is doing well. If you are being challenged by this energy, if you feel out of sorts, if everything just feels off, if you're overly emotional, if you're overly tired, having ascension symptoms, that is normal for this time. And so just be gentle with yourself, love yourself. This too shall pass, but it is intense times. And so a spirit wanted me to do the reading like this because there's so many different energies happening at this same time, and they're all influencing each other, which means they're all influencing us. And so just really, really important for you to be aware of everything that is happening right now, not just the eclipse. I am filming this on Thursday, April 20th, which is the new moon solar eclipse in Aries. So happy solar eclipse. Solar eclipses typically bring in new energy, new beginnings. This solar eclipse, because there's a wide Jupiter conjunction, but Jupiter is still influencing it, which means Jupiter is the benefic. Jupiter is the expander. Jupiter brings good luck and good fortune. There's also a square with Pluto and Aquarius with this solar eclipse. So what this solar eclipse is going to bring is rebirth, resurrection. There is this element of divine justice and balancing the scales, which is really good. There is also an element of a really powerful and beautiful new beginning, kind of beginning on the ashes of something that breaks down or ends. So be aware of that energy as well, because it is squaring Pluto. Pluto is being activated for both of these eclipses, and the entire Taurus season is going to have a lot of Plutonian themes. Pluto is big change, big transformation, death, and you will see, you could see in the collective more physical deaths happening, people transitioning out of this timeline, out of this reality. You're also going to see a lot of things break down, a lot of things end and change. So not to scare anybody, but that is the energy in the times that we are in. The other thing with this new moon solar eclipse is that it is really activating ascension timelines. It is really activating us who consider ourselves light workers, starseeds, empaths, intuitives. We're just really reclaiming all of our psychic and intuitive gifts, all of our spiritual gifts and knowledge, reclaiming energies and talents that we learned in past lives or other dimensional lives. And I say other dimensional lives because many of our past lives, especially those who are starseeds or identify or resonate with the energy of being a starseed, you have many incarnations that are not human incarnations on Earth. You have other incarnations in other star systems, in other galaxies, where you're going to start to have remembrances and activate those gifts as well. And so it was funny because this was the daily, nothing was coming out for the daily oracle card. And then this flew out, and it is the Merkaba activation. It says transcendence, ascension, and you are rising up. That is a perfect energy for this solar eclipse. You are rising up whether you want to or not. It is the universe, it is the timelines, it is the hand of fate and destiny rising you up. bringing you to the next level of your ascension path, of your life path, of your life purpose. And so when you rise, oftentimes there's significant change that is associated with that. I mean, think of yourself and your ascension journey. There may be many people who are not in your life now that were in your life years ago before you started on your spiritual journey. And so each level that you rise, each vibration that you rise higher, it shifts things in your life, especially relationships, especially jobs and situations of that nature. And so this is a time where you're going to rise to the next level, which is beautiful, but it can come with a lot of unexpected and unanticipated endings. There's a lot of surprises. There's a lot of change in the air. The energy is very unstable. The energy is very changeable. And so just know though, with the Merkaba being activated, you are so divinely protected. There's nothing that's going to harm you. Even if the changes and transitions that you're going through in your personal life sort of completely destroy or rip down the foundation that was comfortable for you, you are fully protected. This is also a good time. I posted it recently on my community page to start really activating your Merkaba and your light body. There is a 12D shield meditation activation that I posted. I will post it again for those who want it in the comments, but very, very, very helpful. I was guided to it, I want to say beginning of March, and I've been using it ever since, and I feel a huge difference in my energy field and my vibration. And so this is a time where, as you are transcending the old, as you are releasing lower vibrations in all levels, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, in the material world, that it's important to have extra divine protection around you. Even though you are divinely protected, use the energy of the Merkaba to protect your energy. One thing I wanted to say too is that because this is not the full moon, I'll get to that later, a new moon solar eclipse in Aries. Aries is about the self. It is really about the body. And so for many of you, you might be having challenges in your body, physical pain, symptoms, illnesses coming up, illnesses that are undiagnosed. That is all part of this process too of ascension, okay? You are rising up. You are transcending the past, but the body has to ascend as well. And so if you have held trauma, held core belief systems, they may not even be your stuff. It could be stuff from your ancestral line that has been passed down to you through your DNA. It's going to come up to clear now. And so for many light workers and starseeds, you're having issues with your body because your body is cleansing and purging the toxins out. Okay, so again, be gentle with yourself, listen to your intuition, get medical help and medical assistance, pray for the right medical intervention to come to you at this time, because it will, and you're going to be okay. That is the one message that I'm being guided to tell everybody, because I know that many of you are dealing with physical health issues and physical health symptoms, but really you are going to be okay. You are just transcending the old, and your body is ascending as well. And so this is a time to really, really trust and listen to what your body needs for healing, even if it is contradictory to what other people are telling you you should do or what you need. Okay, really important. As I mentioned, what was funny about pulling the daily oracle card this morning is I was shuffling, nothing was come out, then this one flipped up, then this one flew out afterwards. I did the reading and then I saw this one on the ground, and it is the Orion activation, and it says supernova, recreation, renewal, and rebirth by light. This is what this solar eclipse period is bringing us all through now. There is a supernova. A supernova of a star is when a star literally explodes. It blows up. It has to go through that process to become something else. And so many of us are going through this supernova energy because we're being recreated. We're being put in this space of renewal, and that rebirth is being done by the light. And so again, this is part of our ascension path, ascension plan, ascension process. But supernova means that the old has to leave. And so it can be brutal. Pluto is brutal sometimes in its ways of removing what needs to be removed. This is a time where you have to understand that what is for you is going to come in. No matter what you do or don't do, what is for you is going to come in here and now. Okay? So you're going to manifest the money, the people, the resources, whatever it is that is for your highest good, for your ascension, for your transcendence, for you to rise up and be rebirthed and renewed by the light. That's coming in now. The portal is open. The gateways are open. We're all being activated. But on the flip side, what is not for you is going to be removed. So that relationship, those people, that job, situations that are not for you anymore, that energetically cannot rise with you to the next level, are going to be removed. There's this energy of supernova. Now, here's the other thing of this. If there is something, say it's a relationship, say it's someone from your past who also has been doing the work and is ready to expand and evolve and step up, that's when that renewal and rebirth energy comes to old situations. So yes, we are in a Mercury retrograde, all right? And so people are going to come back from the past, and Mercury retrograde actually officially starts on the 21st, so tomorrow. But equally, what's important about this energy is that there are going to be, because the timelines are shifting, eclipse portals are like the timeline shifts for everybody, individually and collectively. And because the timelines are shifting, you are also going to see people from your past coming back that are actually going to be around and going to be people that are going to help you on the new phase of your journey that you're meant to evolve with. So there's that energy too. And that's part of the reason why this time is so chaotic and so confusing. And it's going to be chaotic and confusing is because you're really going to have to tap into your intuition and your discernment to know, is this a karmic person coming back? Is the universe testing me to see if I have grown and learned? Or is this a situation and relationship that actually is beneficial because this person has learned and grown, I've learned and grown, and we can grow together. We can grow forward together. That's going to be a lot of this theme of the Taurus season. It's a very tricky energy to navigate, okay? I was given so many different downloads. Every day since Sunday, I've been given different downloads about this energy of the eclipses, this eclipse season, Taurus season, and literally I could do a separate video on each one, but I tried to write everything down and condense and just put in the main themes just so I can do one video, but it's a lot, okay? And And Taurus season literally starts today as well. So you had the 29th degree, which is the end of a sign. It's the critical degree. It's the anaretic degree in astrology, which is like 29 is the end of the sign. So it's the culmination. It's everything building up to that peak point. So that is the Aries new moon eclipse. But then we start the 0 degree today of Taurus season. So we're being hit with all this intensity of the Aries energy, of the Taurus energy, of the eclipses, which are always intense, of the new moon, which is a portal as well of new beginnings and new seeds being manifested. And so what's really, really important during this time is to try to maintain balance as much as possible, because Taurus is a fixed sign. Fixed is likes comfort, likes to have routine, likes to control. Okay. There is this really important energy right now for all of us to learn how to balance the fixed energy and the things that we want to control and the things that we want to be sort of very rigid in, versus the cardinal energy, which is Aries. Cardinal energy is also Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn. And cardinal energy, they're the initiators, they're the trendsetters, they're the leaders. And so they're the ones who get things started. So there's this weird need to balance the fixed energy with the cardinal energy, balance the sort of really having strong boundaries with being really flexible. And so what Spirit was saying to me was, how you can balance that is, again, look at Taurus season. Taurus season themes are pleasure, comfort, value, what we value. Taurus rules second house, so it's money or income. So what would be good to be sort of fixed about is not compromising on what you value for yourself or what's important to you. Not compromising on your inner knowing or your intuition, but then being flexible with everything else in your life. When you can be flexible and adaptable with everything else in your life, but have like your, you have a line, you have healthy boundaries, you set them and you honor them, you'll do well during this Taurus season with all these changing energies. The other thing Spirit wanted to bring through is, and I'm kind of jumping around a little bit, but it's because there's a lot to bring through. One of the biggest themes of this Taurus season, with the eclipses happening during this Taurus season, is chaos versus order. We're already seeing this in the collective. It's very chaotic times. The energy is very changeable. And so understand that chaos and order are the two primordial energies of the universe. They are natural law. They are how the universe was created, how everything was created. And that they're always in play with one another. That is, you can say another word for that is the duality of the opposites, the polarities. So the energy of extreme polarity is going to be very, very strong right now. And again, it's learning to be balanced within both. Understanding that the outside world, this Maya, this illusion, this matrix reality that we live in is crumbling down. It is breaking apart. And there is a new order. There is a new kind of energy that is coming in to bring balance, to bring harmony. It's an energy of love. So that love energy, that heart chakra energy, and the higher chakras are being really, really activated during this time. But as more light comes into this earth, you're gonna see more darkness. that is the point of Pluto in Aquarius, bringing the darkness to the light. And so it's going to be in your face. And as an empath, as someone who's highly sensitive, this could be very, very challenging for you, especially during this Taurus season, because there's going to be a lot of changes. There's going to be a lot of information. There's going to be a lot coming to the surface that are going to shock people. And it's just, again, not getting sucked into the fear, not getting pulled into the chaos, really coming into order and balance and center within yourself, setting healthy energetic boundaries, and staying grounded during this time is going to be very, very, very important. One of the things too is that we are going into a lunar eclipse as well. So this period right now between eclipses is when all the timelines shift, when everything changes. You're going to see the most change in your life, in your environment, in your reality during this period. Okay. And that's because we're shifting into something and shifting out of other things. With this lunar eclipse that's coming up, the lunar eclipse is in Scorpio. And so those themes that are scorpionic themes, that are basically Plutonian themes, are going to come up again. Big endings, big transitions, big changes, big transformations, but also death. The energy of death is very, very strong right now. There are many souls who did not choose an ascension path that will not be staying here. They will be leaving. And so that theme is going to come up a lot for people personally and collectively. There's just a lot of change taking place with that lunar eclipse as well. It's going to bring a lot of finality to certain situations. It's going to bring a lot of closure, but it's also going to bring a lot of liberation. All right. So not everything that ends is bad. Okay. And so if you can just understand that not everything that's going to end and not everything that's going to change is bad, you'll be just fine. Other things Spirit wanted to bring through is that with this angelic frequency card, it says, angels are here. You are a safe, potent connection. We are always connected to the divine beings, divine helpers, our guides, our guardians, our angels, God, source, whatever you call it. We are always connected. There's nothing that can separate our connection. Okay. And so stay connected during this time. You are safe. They are around you. They want to help you. They want to love you. They want to support you. And they're going to be showing up. Your guides, the angels, they're going to be showing up even more during this period of time, just to help you and to support you. We also have the energy of the Holy Grail. And these were all at the bottom of the deck, but they apply to this energy, so I'm reading them. It says, inner discovery, finding sacredness, you are what you seek. This goes in alignment with what I was saying in the Divine Feminine reading that I did recently, where I said that love that you're seeking outside of you is actually inside of you. You are the greatest love of all. You are God. You are Spirit incarnate. And so this is a time of really finding your own sacredness, finding your own inner Holy Grail, and understanding you are everything that you seek because you are the universe. All right. When you do, that's when you come into the sacred inner space, which is the sacral chakra, life force energy, kundalini energy, sexual energy, tenderness, and sensuality. So the themes of power and sex are going to be very, very strong during Taurus season, especially around the lunar eclipse, because Pluto rules the 8th house, or Pluto rules Scorpio, which rules the 8th house, which is sex, death, and taxes, right? And so to simplify it, that's what 8th house is. So there's going to be a lot of themes around those things. This is a great time to really come into balance and harmony within your body, especially if you've had sexual trauma in the past. This is a great time to release, to do shadow work, to purge all of those feelings, to purge all of those traumas that you've held on to, and to really come to a space where you feel safe and comfortable within your body. This is also a time of connecting physically with others. There are going to be opportunities. There are going to be counterparts coming back in, or soulmates coming back in. And so again, the trickiest part of this energy is to discern whether or not this is just like a test from the universe. It's just like someone coming back in for Mercury retrograde, or if it is actually someone who is meant to be on your path because they're rising as well, and you guys are going to go to the next level. So it's a very interesting time, okay? The last thing that I wanted to bring through was this one, which is soul star activation, fulfilling soul contracts, and remembering who you are. Again, this is a time where people are going to come back in, or new people are going to come in, because there are soul contracts to be fulfilled. Every step on the ascension ladder, every timeline you go into, you have specific contracts that you have decided that you were going to fulfill. And so this is a time where, again, what is meant for you cannot miss you, and it's going to just come to you easily. You almost don't even have to focus on what you want, because it's just going to come if you're energetically in a space where you're not blocking it. Everything's just going to align for you. That was one of the main messages that I was told. You don't have to try so hard if you can just kind of be like the Empress and be in that flow state and just know you're abundant and you're magical and you're beautiful and you can create at will. You're going to start to, and you're going to start to see how easy it is to flow with that energy, because everything that's meant for you wants to lift you up and support you at this time. But vice versa, if it's not meant for you, there's no amount of manifesting, there's no amount of praying, there's no amount of watching readings, there's no amount of trying to control that energy to make it work for you if it's not meant to at this time. This is a time of, what Spirit was saying was, we always have free will, but this is a time where your soul is going to take more charge. Your life path is really going to propel you forward where you need to be. And there may be instances where your conscious mind, your ego mind, has to take a back seat and has to surrender and let go of control, because the Spirit is going to lead. It's time. It's time. It's time for us to level up. It's time for us to ascend. It's time for us to transcend. It's time for us to, those who are light workers, starseeds, twin flame, it's time for us to do the mission. And so because of that, we're fully supported in doing the mission, but anything that is not a part of the mission is going to fall away. And that's going to be a struggle for many people. I've said this before in other videos, and I'll say it again. Light worker, twin flame, starseed, however you identify yourself on your spiritual ascension journey, it is about mission first, okay? And then everything else comes into alignment when you're on your mission, but you've got to get to work, okay? So that's the nicest way I can say that. And Taurus season is going to make you get to work. You're going to get to work on your mission. You're going to continue to do your shadow work. You're going to continue to do the healing work, because the chaos of the energies are going to force you into it. It's going to force you to do it. Okay. So let's talk about the astrology quickly. Today is 420. We have the new moon solar eclipse in Aries at the 29th degree, again, critical degree. But we're also moving into Taurus today. So we are going to be in Taurus season. We're shifting from fire cardinal energy to the fixed earth energy, okay? Stay grounded, stay balanced. You're going to be just fine. The sun in Taurus, which means that that new moon eclipse is also going to be squaring Pluto in Aquarius today. This is a time where truth and secrets can be revealed. The cat comes out of the bag, I'm hearing. It's like, it can be kind of shocking because you're not expecting it, but a lot of information comes to the surface. A lot of things come to the light. This is also, though, an energy of, with that truth coming to the surface, divine justice. You know, especially if you feel like you've been wronged, if you feel like there's been injustice in your life, this is a period of time over the next 2 weeks where you can see those wrongs righted, where you can see the balance of the energy taking place. So that is really good. And then we have a really heavy and tricky Mercury retrograde officially beginning tomorrow. Then on May 1st, Pluto goes retrograde in Aquarius. So that's a big energy shift as well. Then we have the huge full moon lunar eclipse on the 5th of May or the 6th of May, depending on where you're at in the world. But that's also the 5/5 portal, which always brings in a lot of change. And that full moon lunar eclipse, because it's in Scorpio, is going to bring in a lot of change, but it's also going to bring in a lot of endings. We have Venus moving into Cancer, which is actually really nice energy. Venus in Cancer is going to be like opening up people to more of their emotional center, to feel love and to express love and to want to be more loving and more nurturing to themselves and one another. So that's a beautiful energy. Then Jupiter, this is a big, big deal. Jupiter goes into Taurus. Jupiter's been in Aries for a while. Jupiter's going to move into Taurus for about a year. So you're going to see a lot of changes, but also expansion when it comes to abundance and money and what we value. So Jupiter in Taurus, that's a big deal. That's on May 16th. Then at the very end of Taurus season, we have a new moon in Taurus. So that could bring new beginnings around finance, career, life purpose, new ways of making money. So there's a lot happening, all right? Stay calm, stay balanced, just breathe. You got this. Everything is going to be just fine if you continue to use your discernment and trust your intuition, but also know when to be fixed and know when to be flexible. Very, very important. And look what's at the bottom of the deck. I need to shuffle, but we have the World. So getting that energy of leveling up, the energy of moving forward, moving into a new timeline, moving into your highest timeline. You are aligned to it energetically. And so Spirit's going to move you. Whether you're ready or not, Spirit's going to move you forward. All right. Higher self, Holy Spirit, guides, guardians, and angels. What do you want all of us to know about this Taurus season and the eclipse season? Wow. Whoa. Okay, I'm going to start from the beginning. King of Cups, which is my husband card. It is emotional fulfillment, someone who is emotionally mature, someone who is emotionally intelligent, loving, ready for love. There is definitely energy of love, twin flames, soulmates, counterparts coming together, because this eclipse in Aries is opposite the sign of Libra. So Libra is about relationships. And so there is a lot of emphasis and energetically on relationships, bringing in you to the relationship that is going to be the best balance for you, the best balanced person, the best balanced counterpart for you. And I say that because right next to the King of Cups came out the Queen of Cups. For some of you, you are already in this relationship. You already have this connection. And it's just going to expand and grow. The love between the two of you is just going to expand and grow. I love this. Look at that. When I put them together, look how balanced that is. So there is definitely a healing and balancing coming in for the counterparts, the divine feminine and divine masculine. For those of you who are in a relationship, that relationship is going to expand and go to the next level. There is huge commitment, divine marriage, or just the expansion again of the love, of the marriage, of the family, of the connection, because we have the Hierophant right next to it. This is marriage. This is wisdom. This is growth. This is also Taurus energy. So this Taurus season is going to be game changing when it comes to your connection with your counterpart. It's also going to bring in a lot of stability and commitment, a lot of wisdom, and even could be marriage or proposal for some of you during this time. Which brings in wish fulfillment. For many, your wishes are coming true in terms of love, in terms of commitment, in terms of fulfillment. Your cup, you're going to be in cloud 9 and all of your cups are being filled. You've done the work, and Spirit saying you're ready for this. You're ready for the next step. You're ready for the next level. We also have the King of Pentacles, so the Earth energy. For some of you, you're coming in, your wish fulfillment, your next level is that you're balancing your divine masculine and divine feminine qualities within yourself. Your heart is open and available to the beautiful manifestations of your heart's desires. And because of that, because you've grown, because you've come into wisdom, you're gonna come into a lot of money. I am just being drawn to this treasure chest and all the jewels and all the gold and all the money just sparkling. You are coming into huge success and huge physical manifestations because it is the King of Pentacles. It's Earth energy. You're gonna see that in a very real, tangible way. You're gonna be able to hold these coins. You're gonna be able to spend these coins. You're gonna have expansion in your bank account, especially around the time when Jupiter moves into Taurus. So that is mid-May, towards kind of the later part of Taurus season. But you could see that huge expansion for you during that period of time. Everything's moving quickly. There's communication, there's movement, there's positive momentum. For some of you, this is even travel. Things are moving very, very quickly. But again, that can bring in a lot of fear. Fear of which direction things are going, fear of what to do. Some of you feel like stuck and blocked. That is moving out this Taurus season, but you may not be able to see the way forward. Just know and trust that Spirit's got your back, and Spirit's going to open the doors and show you the way forward. And so it is, again, a time to really let go of fear, trust faith over fear, and really just surrender to the process, okay? We do have the Queen of Swords coming out, which is about speaking your truth. Very, very important to speak your truth, to cut out what no longer serves you during this eclipse period, to communicate clearly because it's also Mercury retrograde. This is in any situation, but especially within relationships or connections with others. Speak your truth, honor yourself. You're going to be just fine. Bottom of the deck, we have Page of Swords. So two things with this. Number one, could be someone who is watching you, who's finally going to get the courage to communicate and reach out. And there is that union energy coming through very, very strongly. For others of you, this is about you needing to do research, you needing to learn more, get more information, so that you have the clarity to make a decision in your life that put you in the right direction for success, manifestations, your wish fulfillment, and coming into that energy of the world, going to the next level, moving into your highest timeline. So take what resonates from that reading. It is a general reading. A lot of different energies are coming through, but a lot of powerful energies are coming through for all of us during this time. With that Knight of Cups, there is big wish fulfillment energy coming in. Sorry, I dropped 2 cards. And so just really trust that you're blessed. Really trust, again, the main message that I was getting is what's meant for you in your life at this time, that higher timeline, you can't miss it. You're already in alignment with it. And so just let the universe move you and align you and bring you to the arrival of everything that you desire at this time. Get out of your own way, kind of. Get out of your own way, right? All right. Final messages from the Sacred Destiny Oracle cards. Spirit, any final messages that you want to bring through? Voyage, things are moving. For some of you, that is travel or relocation. Community, connect with like-minded souls. Be with your tribe, your soul tribe at this time. There's a lot of love, support, and healing that comes through community at this time, all right? You are not alone. Ooh, love. The love card's coming out. So big love energy coming through, big twin flame and soulmate energy coming through during this period of eclipses, because eclipses are also those, again, timeline shifts and destiny points. It's like the hand of fate just brings what is meant to be together, and the hand of fate also removes what is meant to be removed. So trust and believe in love. Open your heart and soul to love. You are lovable, and love is coming in for you. Stay diligent to keep your vibration high. Rise above, rise up, transcend it all. Don't let the lower energies, the negativity, the past, the trauma, whatever it is, don't let it keep you from flying high. You're meant to be on your highest timeline. You're meant to move forward into positive change. Okay. And so stay above the fray. You know, be like the eagle, be like the birds that fly above the clouds. Don't let yourself fall into the chaos, because if you do stay up above the fray, stay in that high vibration, it's just smooth sailing. It's all light, it's all love, it's all peace, it's all happiness, it's all joy. And so again, you have the choice. If you want to engage with the chaos, or if you just want to stay in a place of peace, you get the choice. But if you stay in a place of peace and you just keep yourself rising up, you're going to manifest everything that you desire during this time. You're aligning to that highest timeline. All right, I'm sending my love. Take care, you guys.